Hello, I'm here today in Formby, near to Liverpool, and some of you may know this from the Anthony Gormley statues Another World, which are on the beach just further down at Sefton. Formby itself has a great beach, very flat, very open, you get some great light here, but not on days like today. As you can probably tell from the clothing, it's raining and it's drizzly and it's grey. It is quite warm, but that's about all that the day's got to go for it. Now, I'm actually not going to be shooting on the beach unless the light clears up, and instead I've located myself to these forests, pine forests, that are actually growing on the edge of the beach, and they make a great location for weather like this. So I'm going to have a crack, see what I can get. There's some good black and white, stark, contrasty scenes behind me, and there's something on the floor over there that I'm going to take a shot of and hopefully show you in a minute. Although I came into the woods to shoot some of the trees and the longer shots, I also spotted these. I'm not sure how this pile came to be here, probably some child created it, but it's making a great still life. Now I've got the 16 to 50 lens on the Fuji, and I'm going to take some shots in this area, but I'm also going to get in closer with the 50 to 140 lens and try a bit of focus stacking. Probably not enough depth of field to get it all in one shot, so probably going to have to take a couple. Well, the weather's improved now, it's stopped drizzling, so we've moved out onto the beach. I'm going to try and get some shots of a channel that I see behind me with plenty of water just coming in. Going to have to be a bit careful because the tide's coming in at the moment, but hopefully it'll make for quite an interesting shot. The sky's a bit grey, but actually there's a lot of definition in there, so it looks quite interesting, so promising. We'll see how we go. Took a couple of shots of the stream behind me now. Not sure if they'll work. I'll show them on the video if they do. But the light is starting to change now, and I don't know if you can see behind me, the clouds are starting to become more defined and dense, which is usually a good sign. The rain's blown through. Hopefully we're going to get a good afternoon now. And I'm going to try a few shots of this post. And I've shot this in the past several times, usually at sunset. And this time I'm just going to try and get it with the good moody sky behind it. There's a lot of blue in the tones here, so I'm not sure if it'll work in colour or if it's going to be a black and white, but I'll have a go with the processing when I take it back to the computer. I'm back now from lunch and I feel a lot better. It's amazing what a drink and a bit to eat actually does for you. Whilst I've been away, the light's actually gone very flat, and the sea, which is in the distance at the moment, has actually come in, and so there's not much of the beach left. So I've actually decided to try to shoot some of this grass here. I'm not sure how it's going to work. Soft light like this tends to suit this sort of subject, and hopefully I'm going to be able to get in close to it, wide angle lens, and I want to try and create a bit of movement in the grass. So I'm going to try and slow the shutter speed down to probably about 1/8 of a second. If you make it too slow, everything just blurs and you don't get any definition. So about 1/8 of a second you should see the grass is moving. So to do that, I've actually got a polarizer filter now on the front of the camera, and I've got the aperture down at about f16, so hopefully that will slow things down enough. I don't want to use long exposure filters because that will probably blur everything and you won't see any movement, you'll just see a big blur. If the shots work, I'll show them on the video, and I'll also take one with a long exposure filter just so you can see the difference and how it probably doesn't work. I've been struggling quite a bit since I tried the grasses because, to be honest, I don't think the grasses are working well. So I've come back down onto the beach. The tide looks to have turned now, so it's starting to go out, and I'm searching around for anything that catches my attention. And this stump has actually caught my attention, and well, to be honest, it's actually the sand patterns around the stump. Now, I'm going to try and take a couple of shots to this. I think the trick to making it work is going to be trying to get the sand patterns to run in an angle quite nicely with the stump, and also to try to position the stump in the scene at the right size. So I'm going to try this now, and hopefully I'll have something to show you later.